So, yeah, well, the other one went to Camden County. Oh. It's at least two. That's what I did. Oh, really? I don't know what this is. All right, we call the meeting to order. If you could all please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Borough comply with the notice provision of the Sunshine Law by prior to January 10th of this year, adopting a resolution prescribing the dates, time, and locations of all regular meetings of the commission. This meeting is one of the meetings listed for such resolution, and copies of the resolution were prior to January 10th. Okay.
Leaders from reports, tax collector, and report zoning, and the 2024 annual tax collector report. Second. Then the first reading of ordinance 1799 to exceed initial budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap.
So this is an ordinance that we adopt every year that under state law gives permission that if it's necessary, you can exceed the cap on budgets. It is something that we have rarely used, but if you need to use it, you can, and if you don't use it in a particular year, you can bank that excess over 2% up to 3.5%. You can bank it to later years in case you have some kind of emergency or something later years you need it, you can bank it on it. That's all this is. Public hearing on this will be at the February 6th meeting.
February 3rd.
Finally, I read the agenda.
Sorry.
February 3rd.
February. Mayor Melly.
Yes.
Commissioner Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. And we have the first reading of ordinance 1800, appropriating $230,000 from the general capital improvement fund for improvements to the borough-owned properties.
So this is for the construction of the pocket park over next to the groove ground, kind of over between the bank and the groove ground. We've been out on bids before for it. It's last time we're close to $800,000. We rebid it, changed it, rebid it. This is simply taking money that's already been budgeted in prior year budgets and appropriating it to be spent on this project. Later in the night, we have a resolution awarding the contract to a company, Think Pavers. That's what this is. It's allocating money to use for that project. Public hearing will be at the February 3rd meeting.
Mayor Melly.
Yes.
Commissioner Wojciechowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. Have you had public comment on the resolutions?
So this is the opportunity, if anybody has any questions or comments about all the resolutions, tonight's the start of the year, so we have a whole lot of resolutions. Of just doing different appointments and re-upping all kinds of things that we do during the year. For most of you that are here tonight, you will not be held here for all of that, okay? Just to to warn you, to let you know in advance. But if anyone has any comment on any of the resolutions or any questions, this is your opportunity to ask that. Anybody? Mr. Klingerman? No, we're good, okay. All right. Tom?
Okay, I'm gonna read these off in the block, or
No, let's do the appointment. Yeah, let's do the appointments, then swearing in. We're waiting for one of our officers to get here, so we're gonna hold on to that for a little bit, but our court administrator is here.
appointing Erica Luspada as court administrator for the Borough of Honolulu Municipal Court.
Yes. Erica, come on up, your family. Right here, you can put someone in the middle here, on a whole Bible. Hold them. Hi, Ben, how you doing? Good, ladies. Hi, why don't you all come on in, stand in here around. Face I heard it was nice, make sure they, I'll go place left hand on the Bible. I state your name.
I, Erica Luspada,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear faith to allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this
under the authority of the people,
authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
as municipal court administrator
as municipal court administrator
for the Borough of Collingswood,
for the Borough of Collingswood,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me
so help me God.
About more rocks.
We're just, there's one of us, you know.
Take his time.
Thank you, guys.
You got it. Thanks. Congrats. We're good. We're good. Okay, all right. Let's do the officer. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we're swearing in, the starting the appointments academy, we're swearing in of our officers. Do we? Then we Forbes?
And which one?
Come on up. Bring your family up, or you want to have them come up with you, please have. Them right up. Cool. Hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, please. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. Support the Constitution. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And to the governments established in the United States. And in this state. Under the authority of the people. That I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties as police officer in the Borough of Collingswood, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congrats. Thanks. On her process, come on up. Big family, everybody here. Come on.
Photos. Go on yours.
Birch. Our administrator, they bring that. All right, okay, raise your right hand. I state your names. I, John Everett. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And to the governments. And to the government established in the United States. Established in the United States. And in this state. And in this state. Under the authority of the people. Under the authority of the people. And that I will faithfully. Impartially, and justly perform all the duties as police officer of the Borough of Collins, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Welcome. All right. All of you that are here for the swearing in, you are free to go.
Well, to say.
Yeah, you can say.
I understand.
If you want to hear 400 resolutions, you can hang out. Okay, Kyle, let's rock and roll.
Appointing Ryan Mizak as labor Department of Public Works.
Yes.
Yes.
Appointing, or we want to say yes to the end, that's the all the appointments.
Why don't we do that? So we're just gonna go through, I'll read off the titles of these resolutions. Like I said, these are all pretty much reappointments and appointments for the start of the new year. And we'll give a single vote on all the resolutions at the end. Go ahead.
Appointing Mark Maggie as the as-needed electrical inspector and electrical subcode official for the Borough of Collins Construction Department. Reappointing Sandra Duffy as Borough Administrator, using the Municipal Housing Liaison, Clean Communities Coordinator, and representative of the Camden County Community Development Authority for the Borough of Collinswood. Reappointing Holly Mantle as Registrar of Vital Statistics. Reappointing Elizabeth Pilacelli as Certified Financial Officer. Reappointing Gretchen Klecki as Zoning Officer. Reappointing Al Hallward the fourth as part-time building inspector for the Borough of Collinswood. Reappointing Joe Kuchar as recycling coordinator. Reappointing Andrew Walker as safety coordinator and store management coordinator. Reappointing Andrew Library Board of Trustees. Reappointing the Borough of Collins Municipal Court personnel, Elaine Krause, Christine DeVivo, and Aaron Voss. Reappointing special law enforcement officers, Robert Shefsky, William Ortiz, Victoria Sheffield, Kevin Dugan, Chase Corey, Mandela Brown, Joseph Rivera. Reappointing planning board members, Sandy Kelly, Robert Lewandowski, and Mary Ellen Reese. That's all I have.
Yes, we'll vote on yes. And I just want to point out, he's left already, right? But Stas, Robert Stachewski, this will be his 50th year as a special police officer for the Borough of Collinswood. More on that to come later. I guess after 50 years, he got the heck out of here as quickly as he possibly could.
Well, his whole life like to do that.
Okay, we have the next batch of resolutions authorizing professional service contracts. I can do it the same way.
We're gonna do them, yeah, we'll do one vote at the end of those before we get to the end of the start of resolutions.
Appointing Forever Consulting and Information Technology Consultants. Appointing Brown and Connery as municipal attorney and labor counsel. Appointing Connor Strong as companies as risk management consultants. FNS LLC for ambulance and fire department billing services. Appointing Phoenix Advisors LLC as financial advisors. Appointing Parker McKay as bond special counsel. Ford and Scott appointing them as municipal auditor. Appointing Remington and Burdick as municipal engineers and land use engineer. Appointing SLK Community Consulting LLC as marketing and grant consultant. Appointing Charles Wigington as municipal public defender. Tiffany Bello LLC as Cohen consultant. appointing Timothy Higgins as municipal prosecutor, and appointing Timothy Scafidi as special counsel for conflict matters. Appointing Brett Wiltsey as historic bond solicitor, appointing Madden as land use solicitor, appointing independent animal control for animal control services, and authorizing an agreement with the Voorhees Animal Shelter for 2025 shelter services, and authorizing an agreement with Edmonds and Associates for software support in 2025.
Yes.
The next fact I'll read individually.
Yes, please.
Requesting permission for the dedication by rider for revenues derived from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund.
Hang on, you missed a page here.
I did.
Well, it's just that follow on one side. Resolution.
Look at that second one.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Got it, yep.
Authorizing a MOU between the college.
We're doing them one by one here, right? Requesting
Sorry.
permission for the dedication by rider of revenues from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. This is simply setting the stage that to the extent that we want to do any expenditures from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund or affordable housing projects, that we're able to do that, simply adopt this at the beginning of the year, so you can make those specific expenditures during the year. Yeah.
Yes.
Authorizing an MOU between the Borough of Collingswood and the career fire officers of Camden County IAFF Local 3249.
This is thanks to Cassandra and Betty Jo for the work that they've done in getting agreement with our firefighters union. This is the first step to a contract to finalize them for the next few years. Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing a refund of tax overpayment to 247 West Franklin Avenue.
Says yes.
Approval to submit a grant application and execute the grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Safe Streets Transit Safe Routes ADA Ramps Phase 2.
This is for the second wave that we've got now. And what was the total number on that? 660. So this is authorizing execution of a grant agreement for kind of the second phase of what we applied for ADA compliant ramps on intersections, sidewalks. It's for $660,000. This is authorizing a site free money to do more of that work. Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing participation in market pricing agreement with the County of Camden for marketing service for recyclable materials.
Yes.
Approving a cash management plan for the Borough of Collingswood.
Yes.
Approving depository for the Borough of Collingswood.
Yes. Yes.
Park Bank. Approving the year 2025 temporary budget appropriations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Approving the interest and grace period on taxes, water and sewer in 2025.
Yes.
Authorizing the tax assessor to file appeals in 2025.
Yes.
Designation of the official newspapers for legal advertising.
Yes.
Authorizing a temporary easement to the state of New Jersey Department of Transportation for sidewalk site improvements.
Yes. Which one is this for, Sandra? What's that? Tim, got any clue? No? Which improvements?
Close track. But I'll let you.
Sidewalk improvements, the easement for the state of New Jersey?
Oh,
or-
that's for the, I'm sorry, that's for the reviewing of Route 30 for the run. It's just a small piece of easement they want.
That easement that they were given for improvements out on Route 30 or 130.
It's on 130, but it's still part of the 30 gate.
The intersection of 30, 130.
Correct.
Randy, it's still out work to get done there by the state.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Where was that? Where was it?
That's right.
CA affordable obligations.
Yes.
The color
Where am I? Sorry.
5, 6 up.
Oh, adopted the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs affordable obligations for 2025 through 35.
So this is under the new state law with respect to affordable housing. The DC State Department of Community Affairs has established new numbers for time period going forward. It sets our number at 45, 46 going forward. And this is simply, we're agreeing to that number as required by state statute. We simply agree. That's what this is.
Yes.
Awarding a contract to Think Pavers LLC for the Thompson Pocket Park at Haddon and Woodlawn Avenue.
So this is the pocket park I referenced earlier that we're allocating funds from prior budget years in order to pay for that.
Yes.
Authorizing the mayor to enter an agreement with qualified rehabilitation, with a qualified rehabilitation entity.
Yes.
Yes.
Appointing a public officer pursuant to the New Jersey Abandoned Properties Rehabilitation Act.
Yes.
Yeah.
And approving payment of bills in the general order of storage accounts.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Commissioner Robinson? Feel like you just want to say your name?
I'd like to say Happy New Year. I would like to remind people that our gala is coming up, the Snowball Gala on the 25th. Still some tickets available, but not that many, so think about it. It's a good time for a good cause. Accessible playground equipment, yes. And also, I'm always leaving on Lindsay to give it a thumbs up for those.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lindsay. And also, as you plan for your 2025, make a plan to volunteer. We have lots of opportunities. You can go to our website and, or just ask around in the Borough Hall, email me at Robinson@content.com, and I'll help you out and find a way.
Yeah, thanks, Commissioner Lewandowski. Good. Okay, I'll just update everyone on the Ocean First, two different things. One, on the Ocean First building, we have signed agreements, which you have to sign the witness signature, Cassandra. But we signed agreements, finalizing that transaction. There'll be a little period of due diligence. The group is very anxious to get started. The back portion of that lot is going to remain a parking lot, a public parking lot. But we worked out the details for that transaction. And the last one is on the rebound. We've completed the phase of informal appeals. That's finished now. The assessor is certifying to the new values. And everybody will be receiving a postcard over the next few weeks. That postcard is now your next step. If you don't agree with the assessment that's been given to it, then you now have the option to file a more formal tax appeal to challenge that, to bring your issues up with the County Board of Taxation. Overall, I think it's strong signs for the borough because our assessments, our borough assessments were approximately $1 billion prior to the reval, and now post reval, the value of our community is now just over $2 billion. So in the 15 years since there's been this reval, property values in town, in general, have increased, have doubled. So that's the next steps on that. That's all I have. Happy New Year. Anyone have anything they'd like to bring before the commission? Mr. Clairman? Go ahead.
Community Garden in early December had put out a unusable rain barrel. Right,
Okay.
and at this date, it has not been picked up. I don't know if it's the part of the recycling people or the garbage people. But the garbage people usually comes first.
Well, Stephen,
Where exactly is?
Right now, it's been taken off the street and put up against the pathway door on Washington Avenue.
Okay,
what-
yeah,
yeah,
pick up for you.
and if it doesn't get picked up, just let Stephen know directly. They'll make sure they get it.
Okay.
Okay.
The second question I have is when will the borough get the valuations of the home, because I want to compare mine against some of the property in the same block.
So right now, I would say within a week, the assessor is finalizing those values. Billy, that'll be up on our website, like it'll be publicly available then, so the assessor has to certify to it all. That they're the final numbers, and then it'll be uploaded onto the system.
January 10th.
January
January 10th is when John Diamond gets from the county board of taxation, he'll get the assessment's book, which will have all those numbers in, but it's gonna take us a few days to upload it into our system, so.
So figure by January 15, 20, it should be up and available.
And the reason why I asked is, this past week, I got a real estater that wants to buy my house, and it's within $100 of the value that was placed on it by the assessor. Are they passing this on to other people?
No, it's generally, it might be what houses are going for in your neighborhood. I mean, I don't know, but that information's not public yet. It's not all out there yet. You got that, but there's no public record that's available for anybody else to go look at. You'll have it, you'll be able to do that by the end of this month, you'll be able to do that. It will be up, the new assessments will be up and available on our system.
By the 15th?
15th, 20th, they come, the 10th, maybe a little bit longer, Billy said, they get it, so we get it back from the county January 10th. And then it has to be inputted and updated onto the system. So by the time you get your postcard, it should be up on the system.
Can I look at it online?
You should be able to, yeah. If not, you just let us know, shoot us an email, we'll try it and see where it's at.
Just give us a call. If we have it on the system, give it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's public record. Okay,
thank you.
you got it, yes, sir.
Hi, Dan Smith. So I want to talk a little bit
Your
about.
address,
Sorry,
sorry,
225 Lincoln Avenue.
I didn't ask Mr. Clayton, because he's here all the time and then you said.
No, Rich is all. To do the public garden together is great.
Yes, yes, it is.
So I live at 225 Lincoln Avenue. I have a question about the schools. So the part of this is probably not controversial is, my understanding is that the borough leadership and the school districts used to have more of a communicative and a more of a collaborative arrangement than they do now. Is that fair to say in the past? And
Well, you know, at times, yes, yeah,
and
it's not real great right now.
And as long as we're being candid, like, the issue is that when from what I hear from the borough, it seems like they're saying that you guys talk to or you try to open up a communication with the district and that they kind of rebuff you. And then when I talked to the district about it in their, meetings, they said that they try to communicate with you. It's just like we keep getting bounced back and forth. And I don't really have a dog in this fight. I'm just curious, like, where did this breakdown happen? Like, how can we get it back on the track where you guys can coordinate and communicate better?
Well, we're,
Yeah, well, let me jump in. First of all, I can point out, there is tons of communication between school districts.
Okay.
Right, so public works and buildings and grounds,
Okay.
Athletics and recreation programs. Our public safety and the school district. I mean, the business of the town, in as much as there's collaboration, cooperation, is happening all over. There are some big picture items that, but, right now, I believe they're swearing in, new board members as we speak. So, there's always an opportunity.
So for day-to-day business, things are going smoothly, but for like leadership and planning and new things, that's the part that's not really, you're just not seeing that. I don't know.
listen, it's been a rocky year, okay? The last year's definitely been a rocky year. We've made, listen, I've sent emails, I've made phone calls to try to get together and I'd love to see and hear how they claim we rebuffed them on opportunities to meet, because we've been asked.
I can't speak to the veracity of either one of us. I don't have, but
Yeah.
I can just tell you what I asked them and like what they said. And basically they said that I asked, about the breakdown. They said the district has attempted to communicate with the borough often. Then I would say that the communication issues are not ones that lie with the district, and that the will to work together is not.
Whose email are you reading from?
Oh, it was public comments. It was from the public comments at the last board meeting. And so
So it's a member of the board that said that.
the president of the board.
Okay,
And-
okay.
And so like everyone's entitled to opinions and they're, but I just want to know what we can do to.
We're gonna make another run. Our recreation plan is at the end of completion. We're gonna be making another run to have discussions. I think, as Rob is alluding to, we're hopeful that with some new people on the board, that maybe we can get those discussions going. We're with you.
Do you know when, just about the recreation, that's what I'm most interested in, so.
Within, well, what about we're talking about the recreation plan that the borough did, that study that we did.
Right.
So within the next few weeks,
Okay.
we'll be making some attempts to start things again.
And that the public might hear about that later on then, or?
No, you should hear about it about kind of the same time. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much, and then if anything we can do to coordinate or to help kind of bring people together, I almost feel like it's the parent trap and we just want the parents to talk to each other again, and goes back together, but. Anything we can do, we just a lot to coordinate. So.
Yeah, well, look, here's something I will say as a person in public service is, you know, there are always times that things don't go well, and you know what, I can't get 5 people in my family to agree on what we have for dinner, so. But the thing is, you just always gotta be ready to get back to talking to the table, and you can communicate like, hey, I was really disappointed or whatever, right? But ultimately, right, we're all trying to do our best. And we have an oath and an obligation to do something. And I believe that they agree with me. You know, let's just keep working. There's things to work through, we'll work through. Like, I'm optimistic.
Well, thank you for your time, I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah,
No,
thank you.
thanks.
No, everyone coming in.
Don't hesitate, shoot an email anytime. It'll come out on a 12-degree snowy Monday night. You email anytime, we'll have it. If anybody. Happy to keep you posted about our attempts at discussions.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, I think that's everybody that's in the room. We're adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.